brag about you. I'll tell Fox. I'll tell the world. Hey, it's not me. It's the people. They're fed up. And you know what? This is going to start an avalanche across America. Yes, it is. It is. Any other questions? Yes, sir?
I have another question for you. It's about other, there's other states around Arkansas that have a stand your ground law, whereas Arkansas doesn't. What are your ideologies about that?
How old are you? 18.
Graduating high school this
Good for you. You know, I bet there's probably 10, 18-year-olds in the state of Arkansas that know that we don't have a stand your ground law. That's amazing.
I'm originally from here. I was born and raised.
Okay.
And then I moved to Oklahoma. That's my husband, and he was born in Oklahoma.
Right.
In Oklahoma, we have a stand your ground.
Yes. We need a stand your ground law. In fact, I did not endorse Leslie Rutledge when she ran for Attorney General. I endorsed David Sterling because Leslie refused to take a stand for stand your ground. Her response to me when I asked her about that was, she said, we already have stand your ground. I said, no, we don't. No, we don't.
No, we got
But you know what? Yeah, we got run and hide. Yeah, right. You know what? And that's got to change.
Yes,
That has got to change. Not only that, I want to make sure that the people in this state are protected. In other words, if you are exonerated criminally in a shooting, if you've had to shoot somebody in self-defense and you're criminally exonerated, that should also clear you from any kind of civil charges. You shouldn't have to worry about that. And in other respects, I want to make sure that's the case here, but stand your ground will be one of my top priorities. Let me just say something. The gun rights issue, hey, y'all know, I'm like totally the most Second Amendment person in America. They nicknamed me on the internet the first lady of the Second Amendment. I've been out there on the national front fighting for gun rights for years. If you think about all the major gun rights battles in America, when the SAFE Act was passed in New York, I was there on the steps of the state capitol in Albany with 9,000 people from New York fighting for the gun rights of those people. In Chicago, when they were fighting for their concealed carry rights, Jan Morgan was there. I taught pistol classes for free. There was over like 150 people donated that money that they used to fight their legal battle to get concealed carry rights back. The Political Action Committee, Gun Owners Political Action Committee in Illinois had plumbed me in to do that. So you just think about all those places around America where there have been major gun rights victories or battles, even defeats like New York. I was there in the middle of that. So you've got a true, I am a no compromise Second Amendment advocate. That means I believe the Second Amendment stands, period. That means you have a right to keep and bear arms. No compromise, no regulations, no restrictions. In fact, the media, as a way of marginalizing me when I stepped into this governor's race, the little guy with Associated Press, he said, so, you know, you believe any gun, anytime, anywhere? Anywhere? I said, yeah. He said, really? I said, really? It's just shocking to me.
Well, I just paid Monday, Sunday, we paid $142.
$142 for a permission slip.
She might be still carry. She hasn't filed yet, but I have filed.
Right.
We just took our class Saturday.
Well, I tell you what, you know, the governor's big deal about the licensing requirement, when I confronted him with this, I did have a one-on-one conversation with him. Well, I call it one-on-one. It was me, him, Gary, a slew of other people around a table in a conference room outside the governor's office. He said, state police need the money. State police are depending on this money. And I said, well, Governor, with all due respect, state police should be making their money off the backs of criminals, not the law-abiding citizens. But secondly, I said, I don't think state police are really going to be hurt by this, because I abhor the licensing requirement for carrying a gun, and yet I got a license, and you know why? Because I travel to other states. I travel a lot in states that don't have constitutional carry, and I want to carry my gun. So I bought a license for that reason, and I said, Governor, people are still going to get a license too, because it makes it easier to purchase firearms. You know, when you go into a gun store and you want to go shopping, you slap that license down the counter, you say, I want this, 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 and this, and you can walk out. You don't have to sit and go through the background check. So I don't think that's going to hurt their money coming in. But what I do know is that the licensing requirement discriminates against financially disadvantaged people. You know, not everybody can afford that $140 plus the $100-something for the class, okay? So we don't need citizens walking around defenseless because they can't afford a permission slip from state police. That's what I'm saying.
Now, I also want to put this up. One of the things that, other than the fact that I'm 110% anti-Democrat, one of the things that made me vote for ACE, and I'm trying to say, was that he said that on that constitutional carry, or the concealed carry thing, that former military, if they had a DD-214, that they would drop the price down half.
They shouldn't be dropping the price. If you served in the military and you come home, you shouldn't have to ask for permission slip to carry a gun, period. If you want a license, you should be given a license.
I agree. I mean, especially with my MOS in the Army, I was a small arms weapons
One of the-
commander. I worked with guns all the time. I even taught combat shooting on the ranges in the Army, you know, especially helicopter pilots.
Dang, you might be as good a shot as me.
I doubt it, but I'm up there pretty good, but I mean, but that's what I did, you know, and it's not based on my MOS, it's on my DD-214 and stuff like that. I really, you know, I paid for it and everything. I want him
Right,
to
but
pay
you
for
shouldn't
it,
have
but
to
I
pay for
shouldn't
it.
have to pay for it.
Shouldn't have to pay for it. Veterans come home, you ought to be careful. And speaking of veterans, I want you to know that